Hi everyone, welcome to a new knitting episode. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome again. My name is Colette, and in this space I talk about knitting and other yarn projects. I also will share other interests of mine, such as books I'm reading, movies I'm watching, and then take you along my journey as a hobbyist slash crafter. And in today's episode, we will be talking about a finished project as well as take a look at some yarns that I purchased with the intention of doing a year-long knit-along. So if this is something that interests you, I welcome you to stay in and grab yourself a cup of something to sip while you watch this video, which I hope you will enjoy. And if you can, please hit the subscribe button down below. Without further ado, what I would love to talk about today is a project I finished, I think about a week ago. Actually, I finished it a week ago. It's a pair of socks. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already seen those as I posted them. But these socks are actually officially my first pair of finished socks. I know in my previous videos I had started knitting some socks, but I didn't actually finish the second sock. I actually honestly forgot about that project, which I need to resuscitate and finish. But I just love how these ones came to be. And this is the Intersections pattern by Marceline Smith. The pattern was from the very famous now 52 Weeks of Socks book from Laine magazine. It's the very first pattern in the book, and I purchased this book with the intention sometimes last year of actually diving more into sock knitting. For those who are familiar with my knitting journey, I am more of a big project kind of knitter. I do some accessories here and there, but socks knitting was never something that I was passionate about. I always thought that it was kind of silly. But something happened in the past year where I've been following a lot of vloggers and Instagrammers and other designers and who have been sharing their socks projects, and they all look so lovely that I thought to myself, why not give it a go and actually learn and perfect the art of sock knitting. So hence cue in this book. And early in the video I mentioned that I was planning on starting a all year round knit along, and I will be actually doing an all year round knit along of socks. The patterns will come from this book, but also from other designers who are not included in this book, whose patterns I acquired online and I have stashed in my Ravelry. But I think this would be a great way to learn different techniques of sock knitting, as well as play with different, I guess, fabrics, designs, and so forth. I'm very happy about how these socks came out to be. They are, of course, you will see that the section coloration is not symmetrical. That's because when I was knitting, I didn't realize that I needed to probably separate the unwind the yarn to make sure that the sections match. Something that I'm gonna, I guess, have to learn to do, and hence the importance of this knit along, right? But what I can say is that regardless, I think these are super darling. I love how they're look almost mismatched, but it's the same sock. These were knit as a gift for a friend of mine. So I'm really excited for her to receive this and see if she loves them. I personally had a lot of fun knitting them. I did adapt a little bit the pattern from Marceline Smith, because the size she gives, or the pattern is actually built around a thicker yarn, sock yarn, versus the one I used was much thinner. The yarn I used is actually from Hobby Yarns, which is a Danish company. The yarns are made in Turkey. Oh, sorry, designed in Denmark and then made in Italy. That's, I guess, what the label is saying. This is what the label looks like. It's called the Dolce Sock wool yarn, and I used this in the shade of, this is color 02, and then I purchased 03 right here. The ball comes in 100 grams, and this is how much I have left after knitting a pair of socks. So I think the overall, I guess, it's very budget friendly yarn, right? Because you can make two pairs technically out of one ball of yarn. I don't think I'll have enough for a full second pair here. I will need to add additional yarn, maybe solid color, and use this as stripes or vice versa, because of the design, right? There is a lot of cables here, as you can see, and the cables, of course, have they take a little bit more yarn than probably they would if I only needed and stuck in it. What I love about the yarn again is how the pattern is. So you have these purple dots that I've dyed into the yarn, and they make it seem like it's little hearts. So it's very cute. So I'm just really in love with this project. I think it turned out really good. I will be repeating this pattern in a different in a different yarn. But I also will be trying, of course, different patterns to and play around. So the goal is that by the end of 2024, I'll have a box full of socks. And so we'll do a little recap in December to see how far I've gotten and how many socks I was able to make. So that's that. So speaking of the knit along, everyone, I guess, is able to participate. Anyone who needs, who would love to, or crochet, right? If you want to make socks around, it's not my project. I know there are multiple ones running around in Eastern Europe right now. Like, there are Russian girls doing a knit along of how many socks you can knit in a year, and I think they're doing a check-ins every month in a Telegram group. It's all in Russian, so they all share the patterns they've used, the yarns they've used, and the results of how many they were able to knit in a month. I thought that was pretty cool, so I will be trying to do that. But instead of posting it in the Telegram group necessarily, I will probably share it more with you guys in a monthly video to show you my progress with sock knitting. If not, then on Instagram, definitely you will be able to see what I've been up to sock yarn wise. So because my yarn collection for socks is not as extensive as my sweaters and bigger projects yarn, I had to get a little stash going. And I took, of course, advantage of all like the Black Friday sales that were recently, but I didn't want to buy too many balls because I just wasn't sure, like, would I really like it, but I did explore different color variations of yarns, and so I want to share those with you so you can have an idea of the colors I'll be working with at least the first half of the year, if not even less, the first quarter of the year. And then as I progress and use it all up, I will be acquiring more yarns, and we will of course talk about that in forthcoming videos. I will be randomly picking yarns. I have here a basket that I prepared of all my yarns, so to make it easy to grab. So that's why if you see me going down, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so first one that I grabbed is the Hawthorne Fingering Weight in Midwinter Kettle Dye yarn from Knit Picks. So here we go. Knit Picks is a brand it's a company that I buy yarn from at least once or twice a year. They have really good quality of yarns. I think you can have from mid-price to high-end. All their yarns are obviously the branded yarns, so you will not find any other designers' yarns in there. But I got this one skein, and the colorway is just so pretty. It's like deep blue and a little bit lighter blue. I think this will make a great pair of socks. This skein is it's an 80% superwash fine Highland wool and 20% polyamide. It is I think it's 100. Yeah, it's 100 grams skein, which means technically 2 pairs of socks could come out of this one. I haven't decided yet. I just love the color so much, but I haven't decided if I want to make socks for myself out of this one, or if I should make a pair for each one of my brothers. I have 2 brothers, and so I think definitely it's a color that they would enjoy wearing. So, but I will decide what to do once I get to that yarn. Okay, so put this here. Next yarn, obviously we already talked about this Dolce Sacco, which you seen in color 3. This is color 2. It's a blue again. It has like blue, darker blue dots. Definitely this yarn can be both for masculine and feminine socks. In the back, they're kind of showing you what it should look like if you're knitting and stockinette, which is pretty cool. I really like this coloration as well. Again, we can expect 2 pairs of socks because this is a 100 gram ball. And the yarn is a 75% wool and 25% polyamide. It's a little bit less softer than the Highland wool. But one thing I wanted to say is that it is pretty soft, but once you wash it, it gets even softer. So I am very pleased with this. It's not prickling, even if I, do this on my skin, it's not prickling. So that's a good sign. I mean, in socks, it doesn't really matter, but if you wanted to use this yarn for other accessories that are more in like sensitive zones, I totally would recommend that. So yes, so I'll be making 2 pairs of this. Again, could be, I know definitely 1 pair will go as a gift for one of my friends whose favorite color is blue. So she definitely will get a pair of socks in this color. The other pair, either I will keep for myself or I'll put them to sell. That's another thing I want to do in 2024 is, not just make things and let them, I guess, accumulate in my apartment. Instead, I know I have a good habit of gifting it, but I also thought, I would put items for sale. So if this is something that you're interested in and you feel like you would love to acquire a pair of socks from me in the future or other accessories as I make them, definitely follow me on Instagram. There should be a QR code popping up here, as I will be sharing their items that are up for sale. Items will be made and then put on. So which means that if you place an order, the item is already ready to be shipped. And we can then, arrange the modalities or not through Instagram, through my DMs, and then you can receive a pair from me. So just gonna throwing this out there. That's something I'm looking forward to do in 2024. Definitely be more active on my Instagram account than I was in the past year. So I invite you to join me there, so we can, you know, grow together and into a very beautiful community of knitwear lovers. Okay, so we talked about this one. Next yarn I got is from Hobby as well. I actually got quite some yarn from Hobby because, again, like I said, they were having a sale, especially for Black Friday. Hobby always runs sales. It's pretty, they have decent prices, and the yarns they carry, actually, they're pretty good quality, and they appeal to anyone's budget depending on what you're looking for. So I got this yarn. I'm just making sure I'm not missing. Nope, I think I'm good. Okay, I got this. This is like a collection of like astral, like stars collection, planetary collection that Hobby has released. This one is a sock yarn. It's a Mayflower, actually, is the company that makes the sock. These socks are, this yarn is also, Mayflower is also the company that makes this yarn. This yarn is made in Turkey, but it's a Danish company, Mayflower. I don't know if they're like a standalone company or if they're a subsidiary of Hobby. That's something I need to investigate about. But anyways, so I bought their yarn. They have this collection, as I mentioned earlier. Look at these colors. So interestingly enough, both of these colors are called Venus collection. I'm not sure based on what. Both are Venuses, because to me it seems like they should have been, unless if there's like two Venuses and two Marses. Maybe that's why they're appealing, that these are supposed to be female friendly colors, and then just maybe male friendly color. I'm not sure. That's the logic behind the naming of the yarns. But either way, I thought this would also be great to knit. Honestly, when I saw the colorations online, they looked a little bit different. This is more dark colors, and of the three, I do really like the blue, and then my second favorite is this one. I'm not really sure about this pink, red, blue yarn, but I'm really interested to see how it's going to look once I actually knit them. So again, these are actually 50-gram balls, and you have your typical 75% wool, 25% polyamide. I ordered this in twos, so this will be 2 pairs that I can get out of this yarn, but I have one of each, so a pair of one. Most likely these will go for sale, so I don't plan to keep these for me, but we'll see. Once I knit, maybe I'll change my mind, because the sock will look much more impressive once it's unraveled and you can see the patterns and the coloration lineup. We'll see. But for now, the plan is for these two going on sale sometimes in the first quarter of 2024. Hold me onto that, right? Like, first quarter ends and I'm still like behind on my schedule because I have so many projects that I have in mind. In terms of other yarns, speaking of Mayflower, and speaking of, is it Mayflower? No, that's not Mayflower. Sorry. Speaking of Hobby, that's what I'm trying to say. Speaking of Hobby, I also got this yarn. There's another ball that I have. I ordered this in 2 colors. I ordered these 2 balls. They're the same type, same brand. This is the Magic Wool Sock. And I just love, this thing is so soft, honestly. This is 70% wool, 30% polyamide, but honestly, it is so soft. It's thinner than the other yarns, and this is 100 grams, which means 2 pairs of socks can come out of this one. And I'm very intrigued by this. This is, I think, this colorway is called cherry blossoms, and it's such a fun coloration. Definitely we'll keep a pair for myself, and then we'll put either we'll sell the other one or gift it to somebody, depending, I will see how things go. But definitely, probably this will be a sock that will be available for purchase for you guys. And then I also got this other coloration. This is not the Northern Lights, and it doesn't it look like it? Oh my goodness, so pretty, so pretty. So I was thinking, how I showed you the Hawthorne. So here we go. I was thinking that either once I make, because I will have obviously 2 pairs, so it'll be 4 socks total. I will probably keep one of each, and then the others will go to my brothers. Like I'll have them pick. They can pick between either or of this one of these colors, because these are both very cute, and I feel like it's a unisex, like both male and female could wear this. So I'm definitely loving this. So okay, so I will be. I'm very excited. I really can't wait to cast this one on because it's already so soft. That's all with hobby yarn that I purchased for the socks. I didn't end up somehow. I was on Amazon, and I was actually looking for my ChiaoGoo needles. So I already own this. I'd have two of each size. This will be the third of each size. You will wonder, why do I need so many? It's because when I cast the project, I'm not necessarily done with it, but I don't want to like remove the needle. So I am moving on to the next project. And right now I know I have one sock that isn't working. And then since I'm planning to start another one, I thought it's good to have, and not just socks, right? Because I also use these needles for other smaller projects. And I don't want to, basically have to fight over my needles. I do have interchangeables as well. I have so many needles, honestly. But in the specific size, these are the 2.5 millimeters and then the 3 millimeters. I don't have them in my interchangeable because they don't come in those. So, but ChiaoGoos to me are the best. The best because they're just, high quality needles. So anyways, I was on Amazon, or reordered these. And once I reordered these, I then was like, oh, I want to knit a pair for a friend of mine. If she watches this video, she may recognize herself and she may kind of like guess that this is for her. But I was like, I want to make her a pair of socks, and her favorite color is orange. So I was like, let me look up orange. I don't know why I was looking for yarn on Instagram. Why I kept saying Instagram? I don't know why I was looking for yarn on Amazon, honestly, because I don't buy yarn from Amazon. But I just typed orange yarn, and this is what popped. Look at these colors. It's like you have this yellow turmeric, then orange, blue, and white. And it is just gorgeous. I can't wait to cast this one on. The brand is Pattern, and it's called the Croy Socks. These are, I think also composition. Yep. These are 75% wool and nylon. See, the mixture is different, right? You have polyamide in the other one. You have nylon here. It doesn't feel, it's a little bit harsher than honestly the hobby yarn when I do this. But I wonder once I wash it, how it's going to behave. 50 grams, which means only one pair. I'm not sure I can get super creative in terms of adding extra designs without ruining the risk of running low. But we'll see. I really want to make super cute socks for her. So these are definitely a gift. This yarn was specifically purchased for her. So this will be a gift. If she does not watch the video, regardless whether she watches or not, she is not going to be able to tell what kind of socks, what the end result will be. If she guesses this is our for her, that's what I mean. But at least she will know that yes, there's something going on. But if she doesn't watch the video or she's not following me yet on on YouTube, it's okay too, because it's all good. A surprise regardless would be a surprise. So, and that's a good project. And so while I was there, then, I started looking at other yarns that they had. and I really fell for this color. Look at this. Also some orange, some yellow, green, and some like blue gray and whites. Oh my goodness, love it. Now, this is a yarn that is unknown to me. Never seen it, never heard of it. It's made in Turkey. It's 100 grams ball. I received 2 of these when you ordered. It was very, I would say, pretty cheap for 2 balls of yarn. The brand is called La Mia. It's a petrichor. Again, I don't know much about this yarn. If you've worked with it, please leave me comments and let me know your impressions. If you have a video where you have talked about it, if you're on YouTube, please direct me to it. I would love to get your opinions on this yarn. But it's also not super soft, but I don't think it's cement. I mean, it's a sock yarn, right? It's not super soft compared to the others, but again, it might change the way it behaves once it's been washed and blocked. What else do I want? Its color is L05. And yeah, it's nice. It's a 100 grams. So since I have 2, I'll get 4 pairs of socks out of this yarn. Again, I really love the color. I will most likely will keep 1 pair for myself, and the other 3 will go up for sale. So if you love this color, stay, in the know. Follow me, because when this drop, you can definitely acquire a pair for yourself or for a loved one. And then finally, the last item in terms of sock yarn was also purchased on Amazon while I was there. It's from a Chinese company. I cannot read what it says. The only thing we know is that it says 50% superwash wool and 50% acrylic. Honestly, it's soft, and you can definitely tell there's acrylic. I doubt that there is really merino wool in it, to be honest. Or if there is, probably it's more 25%, and then the other 75 are actually acrylic. It feels more acrylic-y. But again, this is for a sock. We'll see how it behaves, right, over time. It's pretty, it's, not super impressed, not impressed. I mean, in the order, 3 balls came. They have different colors. I mean, you can only order 3 in the same color, that's what I'm trying to say, but they have different colors that you can choose from. I ordered this camel brown one because I think it's very cute. I don't have something like that. And I will leave the link below in case someone wants to try it. Honestly, it wasn't expensive. I'll also leave the link to all the articles that I showed in this video in case you would love to try these for yourself. For this Chinese brand is 50-gram ball, and it's a 5-ply. The color is K562, and yeah. So since I have 3, that's 150 grams. That gives me about 2, maybe 3 pairs. 3 pair of socks that can come out of that. So, and that is all. So that gives me, I'll say maybe, if I'm not counting, maybe 10, 15 pairs that I'm expected to knit in, hopefully in the first quarter. I'm just really excited to be able to cast smaller projects that I can work on while I continuously work on bigger projects. I have 2 big projects currently on the needles, but that will be a topic for a next video. But in the meantime, I will, get on with my sock journey. I'm very excited about this. If you have knitted socks, or if you enjoy sock knitting, or if you're also learning to knit socks, definitely would love to hear from you, and any tips and tricks you want to share. I'm always welcoming those, as I feel like, we are always learning, and 2024 definitely will be for me a learning curve when it comes to this specific accessory. That's the end of this video. I wanted to thank you all for sitting here with me today, watching this video, and hopefully you enjoyed the content. And I invite you to, again, follow me on socials, and we will see each other in the next installment. And with that, I want to wish you all a happy new year. I know today is the first of the month, and it's just so many possibilities ahead of us in 2024. And so I do hope that you all are welcoming it in good graces. So until we speak again, I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful 1st of January.